our global experts to create your dream online business or grow your existing business, go to freedomlifestyleagency.com. Online business. Everyone should know who are already in business or wants to start one. Hello, superstars. Happy Monday and welcome to today's live. Are you stuck somewhere in your online business? It doesn't matter which area are you trying to solve a problem, or you hit a plateau in your business growth, or simply too scared to start your dream business. Let our global experts help you to power push your business growth that you are always dreaming of. Our global experts work with clients from all across the world with really, really big numbers. And today we are going to talk about this topic about essentials which can potentially change your business forever. Without waiting, let's jump into the super cool conversation with our own Tjibaria, Freedom Lifestyle expert, two-comma club award winner. Hi, Tjibaria, how are you doing?
Hello! Thank you so much, Rajesh. Super excited for today's topic. Hello, everybody on Instagram. Hello, everybody on Facebook, YouTube. Super excited to be with you guys. Comment below where you're tuning in from. And if you are excited for literally taking your business to a whole nother level with today's topic. Back to you, Rajesh.
Thank you, Tjibaria. I love that energy. Every single time I speak to you, I feel like, you just have some, a spare battery. When some people are kind of feeling a little low, you're already on full on, right? So, and with wonderful smile.
Thank you so
So
much.
now, this smile is really an essential to have a very, very happy life. Now, I want to ask, what is that essential thing? Literally essential, because we are talking about the foundation to have that successful online business. Can you throw some light on that? You've been in online business, you are the celebrity, like, two-comma club award winner, right? That's a very special one for people who are in online business. Can you share
Yeah,
the essentials?
I think the biggest essential thing for going into business is believing. I think that really is the most important thing. Believing in the vision that you have, believing and understanding that even before it has come to creation, before it is there, literally what you can see in your mind and feel in your heart, before it's there, you really have to believe in it. And that is also what distinguishes like those people in entrepreneurship who's been creating so much success from everybody else, because everyone has a dream, everybody has an idea of something that they would love to do, something that they would like to accomplish, but it is those people that can really believe even in the times when it's hard, even in the times where nobody else believes in it, that you just see it because you know it's calling you and you know it is something meaningful, you know it's something important, that you just keep believing and keep on going. And then actually, if you never quit, it will realize, it will always come to fruition in the way that you saw it, or in a way even better. So I think that is one of the biggest things that I've been able to see from studying super powerful entrepreneurs, but also in us working with our clients and being able to really see success stories very early on, or people that maybe need a little bit more time. It's always that factor of belief. It's a massive thing.
Wow, wow. This is so truly important. I want to add one important aspect here for what you said, Tjibaria. How you can actually believe in yourself right from your childhood. Everyone has the belief already. You never
Yeah.
thought that you cannot touch fire. Only once you touch the fire, you thought, okay, I think it's kind of dangerous. Now with the
Yeah.
time, it's all about people who are all around us, right? People who are
Mhm.
all around us who actually kind of gives you a very clear understanding that you cannot do it because
Mhm.
they are having a limiting beliefs. And this is exactly why, staying around with the right people who will, this is very important, staying around the right people who will support your vision, support your growth, support your goals is very important, because everybody else is going to put some kind of, they keep poking, hey, you cannot do that, hey, this is totally new to you, hey. But believing in yourself is number one point, like what you said, Tjibaria. People
Yeah.
should shut off others opinions. Probably I would rather want all of you guys to comment below to reaffirm, because your dreams are being shut off by so many other people, like, who are not believing in themselves. Now,
Yeah.
you believe in yourself is already a first step,
Mhm.
but to continue to believe all the way to go to that journey is very important, that you continuously believe. Because, like, I forgot whose quote it was. every single realization that we see, every single reality that we see was a dream at one time of somebody. And that
Yeah.
fellow was called an idiot, said, "Hey, what are you talking, right?" Every single innovation. Now,
Yeah.
it's
Can
very
I
important.
just say one thing? There was one very funny quote. I can't remember what it was exactly, but like people exactly mentioning this point that you mentioned, like people think people are being called idiots for the dreams that they have and the businesses that they want to create. But you just have to understand there's always a worse case scenario, which is somehow like the guy who thought of a pool noodle, that would be a good idea. And now you can see there's, I think it's called a pool noodle. The pool noodle is actually being used in pools and to basically float. Like one day, one guy thought, hey, that would be a good idea. And even that guy believed in himself. And now the pool noodle obviously is being used. So I just made me think of that how important it is that even though everybody will call you crazy, that you just do it anyways and allow you to see that, hey, there is a lot of value here. And even that other people don't believe, don't worry about it, because they weren't given that dream. That's one thing that I can't remember who it was. Steve Harvey, I believe, he's a comedian, right? But he said that on one of his speeches that sometimes you have a dream and you speak to people about it, whether it's friends, whether it's family, and they don't necessarily see it, and they say like, hey, don't be crazy, just do something that is risk free, do something that is safe and all that sort of stuff. But then he's like, you can't blame them for saying that because they weren't given that dream by God. He says in his speech, you are given that dream, so you have the right to believe it, and you don't blame other people for not seeing it because they were given their dream, which perhaps you don't see, right? So it's,
Absolutely.
yeah. Mm,
Oh, I totally agree with this, Chibaria, because you know, right, when we are talking about believing in ourselves, while we're really smiling, it is a
mm,
very important aspect. Um,
yeah.
while this is an essential not just for online business, also for offline business.
Yeah.
This is one of the reason many people say entrepreneurship is a lonely journey. To an
Mm,
extent, I would agree, but
yeah.
we need to really, really cement that particular aspect that, especially in the initial stages, it could be
Yeah.
a lonely journey. But
Mm-hmm.
you're not meant for going in herd.
Mm.
And people should really believe, right? Somebody says, "Yes, my kids use them for swimming lessons." Na-
The
na-
noodles.
and Natalie says, "Morning, hey Natalie, very very good morning." I don't know who is this Facebook user, which we cannot see the name. Mysterious Facebook user. Who
Yeah.
ha who? Tjibaria Rajesh. Who ha who for that? So
Yeah.
now one is very clear. Now I want everyone to make sure whether you're seeing live or replay. If you want your dreams to come true, comment below. Right? I believe in myself,
Mm.
and I give you the reason. No one else can believe in you and your dreams more than you do.
Yeah.
At least that's your fundamental duty, and it is
Mm.
also very very essential for the online business. Now, second thing I want to ask, once yes I believe in myself, where do I go? What do I do next, Chibari? I'm really excited. This conversation is really kind of, I'm getting kind of goosebumps.
Thank you so much. I think the second thing is to take action and to be prepared and willing to fail. And this is where a lot of the times I've had many rants about this, about, actually that failure doesn't exist. And I want people to comment that below, write down and say failure doesn't exist. Because if failure was a real thing, then as a baby would have never even tried to walk, right? Because as a baby, what do? We try to stand up and it doesn't work and we fall and then we try it again. It's part of the process to actually being able to stand, part of the process of actually being able to walk. And that is in society so like messed up, programmed in everything that we do, that we develop some sort of fear for failure, even though failure is the essential as well for running a business. And it's not failure, it's just learning, it's testing, it's being able to do certain things that you see, oh, this works well, oh, this doesn't work well, oh, wait a second, this does work, but my muscles need to be trained a little bit more so I can do it effectively. And I think that is absolutely, to me, and today I may sound very passionate and ranting like, but that is so messed up. And this is also one of the reasons, and I just gonna share it over here. I hope you're okay with this, Rajesh, but this is also one of the reasons why Rajesh and myself, as well as our whole core family, are actually developing a program for children because children's minds are being messed up in society. And I really feel a bit furious about that at this very moment with all the different things that are happening in the world right now, all the like mind manipulation that is happening, whether it is through the music that is being promoted, whether it's through the posts that are being made, whether it's through the news, like all these things combined. No wonder that people are so distracted, that people are so desperate, feeling sad, feeling anxious, not knowing what to do, and therefore don't do anything at all. Whereas we're meant to live life. We're not meant to be like, oh, let's keep things safe and not do anything and become a plant. No, if we were reincarnated as a plant, then that's what we do. But we're not a plant. We're doing something different here. So I think it's really messed up, sad, and unbelievable how it's being pushed through all these different channels to keep people down. And I really do believe that once we realize that, once we have that awareness, and we decide to actually take our own power back, then everything will change. 100% will change. So I think after having the belief and you being captured by a dream, take action upon it. Take action upon it and understand that the first time you take a step, you might fall. You might, do something that might not be the best. Let's say you make your first Facebook video and nobody was interested in it. Or maybe some people jumped on it and you're looking at it and then all of a sudden everybody jumped away. Maybe the topic wasn't the best thing. Or maybe it's just because they don't know you yet. So you just keep on going. Because if you never quit, you will succeed. That's 100% true. Everything, and this was what Tarcisio was saying, Tarcisio, part of Grant Cardone's team, in our last meeting on Friday. He said, for everything that everybody has accomplished today in our lives, those are the things that we didn't quit upon. Just think about it. Everything that you have today, you have it because you didn't quit on that thing. And some of the things that you not yet have, you're still in the process of not quitting. So understand that everything is possible. So once we believe, we need to take action and stop being paralyzed by the injected fear from everything around us, and actually start understanding that we can do anything, and fear is nothing. Failure is nothing. It doesn't even exist. Allow yourself to live, allow yourself to experience, allow yourself to do good and grow from that, because only beauty will come from that. And you will understand that everything that you really want is actually outside of the comfort zone, outside of that safety net, which isn't actually safe. It's paralyzing and it's literally killing dreams. And that's why I'm so passionate today, because it's sad.
Yes, I mean, what you're saying is so powerful, Tjibaria.
Mm.
I mean, it's Andy. So who to Andy, who is having our company today. And Chandra says failure doesn't exist. Absolutely, failure doesn't exist, and you need to 100% believe in it. I want to leave a quote with all of you. What Thomas Alva Edison has told about it. He has what, more than 1,000 patents with him, and he's a
Mm.
man known for inventing the electricity. And he says, and it took really great deal of failures for him, is what the outside world says. He says this: I have not failed 10,000 times. I have succeeded in proving that those 10,000 ways will not work. Means he literally paved a way for the next generation to see that, hey, don't work in these 10,000 ways. I have spent time. Now you work for the next generation. Do those 10,000 different variations so that next generation has 20,000 ways
Yeah.
that they don't need to work for betterment of the human kind, right? And
Mm.
if he has not done electric bulb, there's no way we are connected. Tjibaria, me, all of you who are actually watching,
Yeah.
are result of 10,000 failures, if you may call, but I would
Mm.
rather call as 10,000 ways of not working. So
Yeah.
he figured out 10,001. Now, you people need to understand that the moment you get on board and start an online business, it is
It's,
not like, you hit a jackpot and then you're, wow, this is amazing, right? You need to, like Grant Cardone, it was wonderful that you picked up.
mm.
You should be okay even if you fail, but you should go all the way to make it impossible to fail. And
Yeah.
how it happens is by not quitting. And I'm
Mm.
really enjoying this conversation today, Tjibaria,
Mm.
because without these essentials, don't even start any business. Forget about online or offline. You
Yeah.
need to believe in yourself, take
Yeah.
massive action, considering that even if I don't get my expected outcome in my first trial, I'm
Mm.
going forward.
Yeah.
right? This is very important.
Paving the way. It's paving. It's putting in the steps. Like we've drawn this before in one of our challenges, where the letter F, like if it's like this is an F, and then the letters F, they form the staircase towards the success that we want. But without the staircase, how can you get upstairs? You can't get upstairs. So you need those stepping stones to be able to get there. But also enjoy the process of doing the steps. Like enjoy the process of the first time going on a call. Like, oh, this was very awkward. I got hung up on. Okay, cool. Who next? You have to enjoy that process. And if I may, that leads us to step number 3, which you already talked about, is being in a circle or being in a mastermind or having a mentor that can also continuously guide you in improving. Because like obviously if you're doing something and you're figuring out like Thomas Edison, all these 10,000 ways, like it's obviously super beneficial if you are allowing yourself to every single time you take a step, it's a bit improved. And that process can be speed up or sped up by someone who's done it before, someone who has been walking that path before. So I think that is a very important thing, as well as the third essential, knowing that you have someone or some people that are on that same journey, that have walked the path before, that got the results that you want, so that you can learn from them and allow it to improve your every step. It allows you to improve your every staircase that you're putting up there with the so-called failures, which actually aren't failures, but they are stepping stones towards you getting to your goals faster, better, more enjoyable, more empowering. And that is super, super important to keep you as well focused, because life is going to present distractions. There are going to be times when you're wondering, like, oh, am I doing the right thing? Because it's not the thing that everybody does, right? If everybody was in business, then maybe this would be easy or a common thing for everybody. But the thing is that not everybody is doing it. So most of the time, people that take that step and are brave to go and create something for themselves, they often look around them. It's like, oh, I'm the only one doing it. And therefore, with the comments that are well meant from people around, sometimes you may doubt yourself. And then having mentors or having someone who is on that journey or who has done it all before, it can allow you to then balance that out with keep fueling that belief, keep fueling you taking the steps forward. Because again, if you don't quit, you will be able to succeed.
Wow. Okay, I think before we really, I actually talk about third one.
Yeah,
I want you guys to actually comment below saying that take massive action. That's the
yeah,
second point what Tjibaria has mentioned. Once
yeah,
you have, I believe in myself. The second point, very very important, is take massive action. And in the literally in the middle of that action zone, don't move out, because any good things, if you move out, there is a possibility that you might lose momentum. You don't want to
yeah,
do that. You don't want to do that. You make sure that you take massive action. And the third one, like what Chibadia said, have a guiding force.
yeah,
Everything ever you want to do in the whole wide, beautiful, amazing planet is already
mm,
done by somebody else. Probably
yeah,
they must have done it to some extent, or maybe
mm,
to a big extent, but they have done it. You can
mm,
take the inspiration, have that guiding force, or simply mentor, or there are some people who still want to have fast track growth. People like me, I show myself. That's why I got in journey with Chibaria. Then just go forward, and there is a link. Just click there and leave it to the experts who are running millions of dollars of businesses, be it marketing or anything for that matter. Go out there and book a call. That way, probably in the journey, you're going to have some shortcuts, just because there is an expert who built so many businesses. There is an
mm,
expert who has been running massive marketing campaigns. They are going to be part of the team if you want to fast track, right? So I
yeah,
want you guys to, everyone who wants to have that fast growth, be it
mm,
income or impact or maybe success, comment below. I love speed, right? I love speed.
yeah,
Now I want to put this point, right, Chibaria.
yeah.
Now, once we have reached up to a thing that, okay, I have got I'm having a guiding force. I'm having a
Mhm.
certain inspiration. I think it is so close to me, but I'm having a great level of in alignment. What
Mhm.
next?
Yeah. What next is to celebrate all your wins. Because just like with a computer game, like I don't know if anybody here has ever played computer games, Sonic, I used to play Sonic the Hedgehog as a little kid. And then always in every single level that you're playing, like there's obviously all the different things, and then you get to the end stage of that particular level. But in between, you always have checkpoints. In between, there's things like, let's say I already beat one monster, and then I'm at the check and I made a checkpoint. If I then get hit by a rock or something, then I start again at that checkpoint. And actually, the exact same thing applies to life. Like sometimes people feel like, oh, I'm putting in all the effort and I'm, making all these steps, but I'm not seeing the results yet. But that's a checkpoint. You have to understand all the work that you're putting in is a checkpoint. It's never, you're never going back to basics. You go back to the point where you have got your previous results. And then it's important to understand that every single time you hit a checkpoint, that you celebrate it. Because if we are blind staring on that end goal, which is I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a billionaire, I want to do this, I want to do that, and only focus on that, then the journey is going to be just one big waiting journey where it's not fulfilled. But if you understand that in a certain big goal that you have, there are milestones, which also we always discuss with our clients, milestones that you are achieving, different things that you are doing, celebrate that. Because the moment that you're celebrating that, like, oh, I done my first live video, hoo ha hoo. I launched my first funnel, hoo ha hoo. I published my first ad, hoo ha hoo. I got my first sale, hoo ha hoo. You're celebrating all these different wins. It gives you massive amounts of energy to go forward. And in celebrating wins, it's not just the directly tangible wins like the success of, for instance, a sale or getting a lead or particularly doing something in your business. A big portion of the success is measured by the impact that you're making. And this usually with our students, our clients, is done from day one because we basically tell them go and share that impact. Be out there with the people. Because if you're an entrepreneur, you want to help people. That's what business is about, making something for people, whether it's a thought, whether it's a product, whether it's a plan, whether it's a program, whatever it may be, or service, you're there for helping people. And if you are consistently doing that value adding, and you're actually looking, hey, I got a couple of people that liked it. That's impact made. You got a couple of comments. That's impact made. And that you should take in. Just like Sonic the Hedgehog, who is walking on his path in between checkpoints, he's collecting stars. He's collecting different stars. They add to his star counting. It adds to his energy level. The same in life. So as we are walking and taking our steps, collect those stars, collect those smiles, because we're taking it all with us and it increases our energy to keep on moving. Because never is it so that it's just one smooth path. There will become a big monster that we have to conquer. We're like, how do we conquer this monster? But if we have enough energy that we've collected from all the stars, then we can beat the monster. We can find a way to go around it and we'll make it to our checkpoint. So just like how things work in a very simple children's game, the same applies to life. So I would say celebrate wins is a massive essential in the
Well,
whole team.
it is such a big essential for the whole success of the online business, because if you don't celebrate success, it won't celebrate you.
Yeah.
Like the great Nelson Mandela said, remember to celebrate milestones as you prepare for the road ahead, because like Tjibaria says, that energy is required for you to go to the next turn, to
Yeah.
deal with that monster ahead, to deal with that mountain ahead, right? I love this. So
Yeah.
it's very important, right? Rather comment below, I celebrate my success, because it's very, very, very essential, because these things nobody else will tell you over there. But you
Mm.
ask any successful entrepreneur, they know it,
Yeah.
because they came from the thick and thin of things, where
Yes.
the only element hope they had was that celebration, that yes, at least I came that far, right? I finished at least 1 year. 1 year
Mm.
being in business is a celebration. If you don't have
Yeah.
anything good about your business that you think, you're still breathing,
Yeah.
means your vision is in progress.
Yeah.
Stop your breath, the vision is dead. So
Mm.
have at least one single reason to celebrate success on that particular day, and make sure
Yeah.
you have the milestones laid down. Now, I
Mm.
celebrated my success. Now, what should I do next? I want to have a big online business, Tjibaria.
Yeah.
Throw knowledge nuggets for me.
Yeah, I think what is actually directly to do with the previous points in terms of celebrating the impact that you're making. And actually, also, this fifth point, the fifth essential, is something that goes out throughout the whole journey, but it's building a reputation. Building a reputation of, and it's actually something that we, again, also got reaffirmed by Grant Cardone, working with him, but also Ryan Serhant, for instance, talks a lot about this, and we talk about a lot about this as well. Is that when it comes to business and you being able to have people being empowered by the things that you offer, whether it's products, services, or programs, they need to first build trust with you before they take that step. And so branding is a very important thing. Branding is basically where you allow people to see who you are, what your core values are, what you stand for. And with this, and this is something very important to realize, and I've obviously realized it many times, but just now I got this realization on a whole nother level, which is the fact that if we are continuously showing up, that is a massive sign of trust.
Yeah.
And this is also why people that show up a little bit and then take themselves out, and show up a little bit and take themselves out, like, how could someone build trust with you if you don't even show up for yourself? You're not showing up in your brand. How are you going to show up helping them or being the provider of their stuff, and take that part seriously? But the easy part of it is that even if, very simply, and this is why we have this 1-1-1-1 formula within all our students, is that basically, even if you just spend 1 minute per day making a video, you make one post with a photo and a quote and one little story, and then the one is like the 1 minute in it, then that's a minimal amount of effort. Maybe it takes in total 10 minutes, including preparation time. But the amount of trust that it builds, how it builds your reputation, how people say like, hey, Rajesh is the go-to guy. I know every single Monday I can find him here. Like,
Yeah.
that's not changing. So people can build that trust. And once they build that trust on that level, then they're like, hey, wait a second, I can actually depend on this guy. Huh. So if I go do business with him and he shows up with this dedication already for the free stuff, imagine how he shows up doing my business, helping me with my landing page, helping me with my copy, helping me with my research, helping me with virtually everything that you need to effectively set yourself up for powerful scaling. Yeah, I think that I would trust that. Let me do and take that step. So this is a part that a lot of the time people don't realize, because again, something that's being promoted all around us is that we celebrate those with success, which is nothing wrong with, right? We want to celebrate people that we put on a pedestal. I want to celebrate those people that have got great results. The celebrities or the sports artists, the entrepreneurs, is cool. Celebrate them. But understand that it's not only worth it when you are on that pedestal. What we have to understand, and I think this is core in everything that we teach or everything that we present when we work with our clients, is that every single human being is equal. It's not like, oh, when someone has achieved $1 million in sales, then all of a sudden they're worth more than the guy who is homeless and sitting on the street. Not at all. Every single individual is worth equally. So what we have to understand as well in that process is that you have a voice worth speaking. It's not just that you start to matter when you hit certain goals. No, you matter now. Your message matters now. But then on the flip side of it, a lot of the time people come in with that mindset and say like, oh, so when I speak for 5 minutes or 1 minute or however many minutes on my Instagram and 0 people are watching, it's a waste of my time. I will do it when I'm an influencer, when I have 1,000 people watching. Hey, but that's not how it works. If you are not appreciative of the one viewer, you are not worthy of the 10 thousands of viewers or however many. We have to understand is that how we show up is how our results will show up for us. So we're equal to everybody. You, me, everyone who's watching live replay, we're all equal. But also, we have to then understand that in us being equal, we have to give our energy to every single soul and appreciate every single soul. And even right now, if we are doing this live, there are now 4 people watching this live. Some people be like, hey, why are you wasting your time? There's so much more that we can do. No, this is us practicing what we preach. Understand there's people here right now who need to hear this. And there's going to be people right now in the replay who need to hear this also. So if you show up and you literally do what you say, you don't just say, oh, you should do this, but you do it yourself as well, that is powerful. And that's how you build trust. And if you take that empowerment into the beginning of your journey, which is what we do with our clients as well, is then you allow to build that muscle. And it gets better and it gets better. And that's why we see a lot of the time when our students start doing this, already after a couple of days, they get comments. They get people to be like, oh man, this is awesome. And when they stop doing it, they get messages from people who they didn't even know that were following them saying, hey, I was missing you today. I drank my tea with you, And that is the power of it. But
Yeah.
we are often distracted by wanting those instant gratifications because that's how everything is around us. We are watching these quick shorts because it gives us the dopamine release. And if we don't get an instant dopamine release, we feel like we're wasting time. We could be watching cat videos for that matter, So that is why it's important to go back to the basics and understand if something is good, then it's good. It sounds really simple, but if it's a good action, it's good to do. Keep doing the good things, keep doing the right things. Eventually, the way how we show up, even if there's no viewers, we always have one viewer, which is the universe, which is God. And if I continuously show up, if Rajesh continuously shows up, then the universe or God is going to be like, hey, yes, these people are showing up. Here, I'm going to bless them. And the same holds for you. So allow yourself to be consistent in that way. Come from the purity of your heart, who wants to do good for others as well as for yourself, because this is a winning formula, as simple as it may seem. But then also allow it to build relationship, build trust, build reputation with people who are following you. And they will become your buyers at some point.
Yeah. Oh wow. This is really, really so good. And this fifth pillar, what Tjibaria shared, it's I mean, like just now you said, Tjibaria, it is not a rocket science, but
Yeah.
it is being followed by every single successful entrepreneur, including FLC till date. Now, I
Yeah.
want to ask all of you guys, both live as well as offline, who are going to see in the replay.
Mm.
How many of you know Tjibaria 4 years back? Nobody knows. And now today, how many of you love Tjibaria? To listen to her, to work with her, to at least take one of the program, to be there. If
Mm.
you love it, comment below. It's very important that you show your admiration, right? I love Tjibaria. And we keep hearing I love Tjibaria every single time we go out into the challenge and we do any value addition, people come out, with love. So only difference with Tjibaria that thousands of people always get into the programs and do all this is just because she's showing up. Same thing for me. I mean, I wanted to make an impact, but I had no clue how to do it. And I
Yeah.
happened to meet this legend. The only thing, what she's telling, and I'm just telling about the live examples.
Mm.
Today, I can proudly say I reached more than 500,000 people, half a million. It's only because I showed up. I showed up with brand consistency. Wahoo! And
Absolutely.
it's very important that you have brand, build the reputation, build the relationship. I have still those people following me 2 years back till date,
Mm.
and at a stretch every single day for 100 days. I think it's more than 120 days that I was
Mm.
on live every single day. But
Yeah.
that has built a reputation for me, and people get to know, okay, this guy is this. He likes travel. He's honest. He has a kid. All that stuff. But
Yeah.
your clients should also know about you, right?
Mm.
I want you to comment below saying that I should have brand consistency. And that is a fifth pillar, which is so powerful, where if you actually look up to any biggest successful entrepreneurs out there, it
Mm.
is going to be very clearly visible. You should
Yeah.
have the brand consistency. Now, these are the five top pillars we really wanted to share. If you want to listen once again, one is believe in yourself and your vision. That's the fundamental essential, without which you can go nowhere. I mean,
Mm.
even if you start, you'll come back. Second one is take action, but make massive, massive action. The
Mhm.
third one is have a guiding force, mentor, or maybe FLC to actually partner with, so that you have a very, very strong foundation for your business, which is built. And if you guys like to kind of have the expertise for you to literally build and automate the business, we are very, very happy to do, because we love that. We love actually empowering entrepreneurs. And the fourth one, the journey is not 1 day, 1 month, or 1 year. Celebrate all the wins throughout the journey. You're actually in here, in this planet, for the journey, not for the win alone, because that's what is very important. Fourth one, especially very important for online businesses, is build a reputation with brand consistency and be visible out there, and show them what you are, who you are, truly who you are. And then they connect with you. They know that this man, this woman, this kid is absolutely genuine, just like what Tjibaria said.
Yeah.
Tjibaria, and these essentials are so important, without which it's very difficult to see a very highly successful and long sustainable business.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody wants to say, where do I start, or maybe what are the last comment where you say, hey, you can start here, what is that you would like to share?
Yeah, I would actually say two things. The first thing would be to make a post today. No matter which platform you want to do, just make a post, something that inspires you. Maybe something that you thought you picked up from this video, maybe something inspired you, maybe a quote you read this morning, maybe something to do with your own life. Make a post today and allow to see this magic unfold. Allow to see that actually people are probably going to be benefited by that post. Obviously, the real testing comes from the multiple posts, and then you start seeing, like, algorithm wise as well, more and more to come in. But it all starts with that first post. So that would be step number one. Step number two is that I highly recommend anyone who's watched this video up until this point to book in a call with Rajesh. 100%, because all these things that we're talking about plus so much more is literally what we do with people. And basically, when you book a call with Rajesh, there are two possible outcomes. Possible outcome number one, worst case scenario, is that you come on this call, you learn so much, and you leave the call empowered, completely free of charge. Possible outcome number two, which is the best case scenario, is that Rajesh is so inspired by you, your drive, and your vision that he's like, hey, let me give you a scholarship and we'll actually help do bits of the business for you so that you can come and join any of our Freedom Lifestyle programs. Those are the two outcomes, which are only winner outcomes. So what I would recommend everybody who's watching this, who's inspired and who is still here up to this point, this far in the video, click on that link, freedomlifestyleagency.com, book yourself a call, and allow yourself to take that inspired action. Because Rajesh, oh my goodness, this guy is amazing. I've had
Thank you.
the pleasure to work with him already for more than 2 years, and he's phenomenal. So the worst case scenario is that you are going to be inspired by this guy. And the best case scenario is that you actually have a way to kickstart your business or to apply it to your existing business and literally allow it to be set up for scaling. Now, that's the two tips that I would have.
Wonderful. First of all, thank you so much for your kind words, Tjibaria. And it has been
100%.
really a wonderful feeling, especially to see so many entrepreneurs growing within our zone.
Yeah,
And it feels so good to actually empower them. Because, I mean, I always believe in this. Great things never, ever come from the comfort zone. Look into your people around, or maybe the most successful people never came. And the real life literally begins at the end of the comfort zone.
yeah,
So you just don't get into the comfort zone syndrome. Start working. Oh, somebody says, "Oh, Josie." I agree. She says, "Amazing, Josie. Thanks for tuning in. I've learned so much from you both. Amazing." See, it's
oh,
a wow.
sweet.
So it is you who actually might possibly inspire somebody else to take that action. You change one life just by going there and being visible. Be absolutely who you are, right?
Yeah,
So we actually want to inspire you, not inspire you, actually, we demand you because we care for you, right? We
yeah,
demand that you go out there, go live anywhere, it doesn't matter, but share that one win and understand that the real life starts at the end of the comfort zone.
yeah,
And we hope you have done some, at least some value addition in your life. If so, share share your love right here in the comments, or maybe share with so many other people who might actually take benefit of it and change their life, their online business, and their overall quality of life forever. So thank you so much, beautiful people, every superstar right there. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you, Tjibaria, for sharing those amazing 5 important essentials for an online business. And we see you next week again at what time? 1 p.m., right? So
yeah,
1 p.m. on Monday, 1 p.m. UK time. We see you again. But till then, keep inspiring and be inspired. And the life is so beautiful when you're that way. Thank you so much, and bye bye.
thank you.
want our global experts to create your dream online business or grow your existing business, go to